How are you? How's it going? Yes, nice to be here on such a fun week.
How are ya? It's time for the Monday Morning Podcast on Monday. Oh, Billy. All right, people said the Bill Burr opening monologue was kind of mid, and I'm actually kind of excited because I love Bill Burr. He is my GOAT. So let's see if people were just like being annoying about it. If he was like maybe laser in the Dems a little too much or something, or if it was just like straight mid.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Burr.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. How are you? How's it going? Yes, nice to be here on such a fun week.
How are ya? It's time for the Monday Morning Podcast on Monday. Oh, Billy bitch tits. Sorry.
I know. I don't want to hear it. I don't watch politics. So we're going to keep it light. All right?
All right.
There we go. All right. Well, I just got over the flu, which is fantastic.
I want to say we need him at this time, but he gives voted for Trump vibes, so maybe the opposite. You are insane, dude. Are you kidding me? Bill Burr's politics over the years has directly become, in my opinion, quite similar to mine. His only issue is that he's like too much of a Jimmy Dorian. He's too much of a Jimmy Dorehead, but he is not a Trump supporter. What the f? He hates Republicans.
Fantastic. You know what I mean? Had it last month. Whenever you have the flu, like or like COVID, you know, you always lay in bed and you try to like figure out who gave it to you. You know, just going through this Rolodex of people that coughed on you, sniffled near you. Walk by an Asian or something, you try to fight it. You like, they say on the internet, that's where all the disease comes from. I know who gave it to me. I sat next to a shoeless cowboy on an airplane. Guy had no socks or shoes on the whole flight. The whole flight, I'm sitting there looking at his dirty Jesus feet, and all I'm thinking is the next pandemic is growing in the bottom of his feet.
People are mad at the Asian comment. Yeah, he's not saying that that is correct. He's saying, do I have to do this every time, dude? Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Neurodivergency alert. Okay. The joke in that situation is him being, okay, is him being stupid. Like he's the butt of the joke. As in, like, that's not correct. That is an incorrect assessment that he is making. Okay. That's what the joke is. This is a joke. He's not saying that, like, he's making fun of people, that himself included, that would make this incorrect assessment. Okay?
And all I'm going to be is the next, you know, patient number 2, whatever the next disease is, you know? So I'll tell you what kills me is I looked at the guy and all I'm thinking is, like, you know what? God made that guy, you know, and he keeps making that guy. Like one mouth-breathing moron after another. Yet we still go to church on Sunday, and what do? We praise him. When is the constructive criticism coming? Like, dude, when's the last time you made a Gandhi? Somebody empathetic, you know? So my problem is I didn't get the flu shot, you know? I'm old school. I kind of still do the vaccine thing, you know? I know some people like it, some people don't, you know? I don't know. It's a weird thing.
That just sounds like a way to get around saying your racist jokes. Yes, it's because Bill Burr is racist, and I am also racist as well. We're all white supremacists, both secretly, and you arrived at this conclusion. You were clued in on it, and you figured it out. Congratulations, chatter. Congratulations, chatter. You did it. You did it. You scratched the surface, and you unearthed the white supremacist, xenophobic, anti-Asian sentiment that was oozing. Thank you. This is really good. Okay. At a time when 98% of online content is like, I saw a black woman in a video game and it made me want to call in a bomb threat to this developer and the publisher and the game studio. We have on the other side, what are jokes? Jokes are actually secretly a way to express your inherently white supremacist desires. No jokes should ever be allowed. The attempt of a joke is inherently reactionary. Laughter is bourgeois decadence.
No. If you get it, what do? You side with the evil pharmaceutical companies. You know, if you don't, then you're aligned with people who don't wear shoes on an airplane.
You got to understand some people's visceral reaction to hearing that is being uncomfortable, regardless of it being a joke. Yeah, I don't care, and I've never cared, and you're never going to be able to penetrate the barrier here. I'm letting you know. That is not how we do things here, and that's never how we've done things here. But I'm so happy that we're back. We're so firmly back in the 2016 era that the fucking rad libs are out, and we're doing joke discourse again. Okay? We need an emo for Hasan is trying to explain satire and jokes to people with zero media literacy and take everything at face value. No, it's called wee woo. This is a job that this is a task that I take on all the time. I understand that, you know, there are plenty of neurodivergent chatters in here and that they don't understand what a joke is. And sometimes they get offended by it. Oh, okay. So jokes are only intended for white people, and if Asian people get offended, that sucks, I guess. Yes, that's what I was saying. Thank you. Cometown broke up and we got 2016 back. Coincidence? Yes. I already described the joke and how the premise is not that Asian people are vectors of disease. The premise is that stupid people think that. He's making fun of the stupidity behind that. But once again, I think the answer is you're just autistic. I don't know. They need Bill Burr explained. There's nothing else to explain about the joke. They need better understanding of themselves, effective educating, etc. I fucking hate your community, myself included. I mean, this isn't the broadest part of my community. These are just like, this is like the vegan aspect of the veganism aspect of the community. It is like 5% of the community, but make up like, 90% of the discourse at certain moments, right? It's just like a very loud, very vocal, super tiny minority in the community.
All right, let's get to what you all want to talk about. All right, ladies, you're 0-2 against this guy. 0-2. All right, but you learn more from your losses than your wins. So let's get into the game tape. All right, ladies, enough with the pantsuit. Okay, it's not working. Stop trying to have respect for yourselves. You don't win the office. Like on policy, you know? You gotta whore it up a little. I'm not saying go full Hooters, but find the happy medium between Applebee's and your dad didn't stick around. All right? You all know how to get a free drink. Okay? And I know, listen, I know a lot of ugly women, feminists, don't want to hear this message, but just tease them a little bit. Make a farmer feel like...
Yeah, I see why people said it was mid. This is for Bill... old Billy bitch tits. I feel like it's not even like, oh, I'm so offended or anything. It's just that like, it's kind of mid.
He's got a shot. Swing a state over a little bit. I'll be honest with you. I am so psyched that this stupid election is finally over. Took forever. Like, yeah. Like everybody knew who they were voting for 4 years ago. And then they just drag you through a year and a half of this stuff. Like, who was sitting there watching the debate, like, still not decided? Two of the most polar opposite people ever. It's like, all right, let's see. What does the orange bigot have to say? How about the real estate agent that speaks through her nose? Oh, there's a point. This is so difficult. It's like they overlap. I just can't make up my mind. I'll be honest with you. I can't believe Trump didn't win this thing like 4 months ago. I know that's weird for younger people to hear, but like when I was a kid, if you were running for president and you got shot and you didn't die, that was the end of the election. There was nothing you could say, right? Everybody would just be like, this guy's the man. He is the king. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I think the number one reason like Trump survived is all those herky-jerky movements that he does. You just can't like nail the guy down. I gotta be honest, the guy is a lunatic. He literally got shot and immediately jumped back up and started yelling in the direction the bullets were coming from, unarmed. That's not a sane human being. I would have been on the ground crying in the fetal position, like, all right, give me the truck. I don't want this job anymore. Just tell her she won. Tell her she won. But Trump's got all those weird, coming out. I think the guy couldn't get like a bead on him, And like right as he pulled the trigger, like Trump was just like, and Sleepy Joe, and the bullet went by his head. My favorite part of the campaign, though, was when Trump went to McDonald's. Wasn't that amazing? That's the only time I've ever seen that guy truly happy. Like he was glowing. When he got behind the counter, it was like he was behind stage at like Springsteen or something. He's like, oh my God, this is like where they make the French fries. And he was sticking a couple of extra in one. He goes, hey, whoever gets this one's going to be excited. It's like, oh my God, was that empathy? Other people, Donald? It's like when the Grinch came down the hill, bringing the toys back, and his heart got a little bigger.
He's right. It was very
All right,
humanizing.
we'll end on something nice here. I fell asleep the other night. You ever fall asleep like watching TV? You like leave it on, you know, and you wake up at 3 in the morning, and whatever you're watching makes you feel like you're still dreaming. Yeah, I woke up at 3 in the morning. I swear to God, Shaquille O'Neal was selling me printer ink. Standing at 7 feet tall. Hi, I'm Shaquille O'Neal. Are you paying too much money for your printer ink? Every day, people come up to me and they say, I'm paying too much money for my printer. He's holding a printer. It's like the size of a cell phone. People come up to me. I'm paying too much money. And I'm like, well, I have the solution. Dude, is there no end to that guy's credibility? I thought when he was selling Buicks, that was the end of it. It's laying in that little car, the mid-sized Buick Century. This is the most comfortable car I have ever been in. He's got one foot out one window, the other foot out the other. If I was regular size, this is the car I would buy. It blows my mind. Doesn't he even have like $1 billion at this point? It's like, why are you still working?
What do you got,
Take a
gambling
weekend
debt?
off, you 9-foot whore. Give somebody else a chance. All right, that's it. We got a great show. Stick around. McGee will be here. We'll see you in a minute. Thank you, thank you.
That was pretty good. That was good. That wasn't that mid. I mean, there were mid parts. There were definitely mid parts because it's like, remember, in a lot of instances, what you have to remember is that like a lot of the jokes that like leftists go, this is cringe at, that are, you know, somewhat reactionary. So, I am cringing because it's fucking hacky. Because right-wing comedy, right-wing humor is generally hacky. Still decent for SNL monologue, but I do expect Bill Burr to have a lot more scathing remarks about the Democratic Party's failures in this cycle, though, because I think overall, I know where he comes from. I think Chad thinks his Shaq impersonation is racist. Wait, why?